If you believe what many reference books and videos say, proper tomato pruning is a tedious, hugely time-consuming task that's necessary if you want a great harvest. That's not the case. There's a far simpler way to prune your plants, one that takes a minimal amount of time and effort and still enables you to produce gobs of fruit. The first time you grab your pruners will be a week or two after transplanting your tomatoes, and that's when you'll trim off all the leaves or stems that touch the ground. This should include any foliage that's about to touch the ground too. This helps keep diseases at bay that can transfer to the plants from soil splashing onto the foliage. In the following weeks, hack off any rogue plant parts that start reaching for the ground. Do this for both determinate and indeterminate tomato plants. Just as a reminder, determinate tomato plants are bred to stop growing usually around 3 to 4 feet tall. Indeterminate tomatoes continue to grow indefinitely and can sometimes be 6 to 8 feet tall or more. By early summer, your plants will have a growth spurt. Prune off any stems that reach far outside the cage or support system that you've put in place. This helps keep the plants a manageable size and the garden from becoming an out-of-control jungle. You'll mostly do this pruning to indeterminate plants or really unruly determinate plants. In early to midsummer, you'll want to cut or pinch out a third of the center of the plant's foliage to allow better airflow and more sun to reach and ripen the fruit. For areas in the deep south where sun scald might be an issue, you may want to remove only about a quarter of the plant's density. Do this pruning to both determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. To do this last pruning step correctly, first you'll need to envision the U.S. and bisect the country from west to east. If you live south of that line, you will do the chop around the 4th of July. If you live north of that line, you will do the chop around Labor Day. The chop simply means hacking off the tops of your tomato plants so they're only about 5 feet tall. This forces the plant to spend what's left of its energy in ripening the green fruit below the cuts, as opposed to setting more immature fruit at the top of the plant, which, let's be honest, is never going to ripen before the season ends. The chop is only needed for indeterminate plants. Follow these 4 simple steps and you'll get the harvest of your dreams with as little effort as possible.